Hello everyone, welcome back to Woja Mojo. It's Saturday, 21st of December. Feeling a little off right now. I found the eggnog last night, ain't gonna lie. Anywho, I am going to prep and cook a ribeye roast as promised. Now this video might not get out until Sunday morning, but it's in plenty of time if you want to do a roast for Christmas and you don't know what you're doing, or you just haven't done it this way before. So we're going to start with a pizza. About it's probably about a 6 pound, maybe a little bit more, 6 pound ribeye roast. And this is a USDA choice, all right? But if you hear me refer to it as a prime rib, no, it is not prime. It's USDA choice. Next one down. But anywho, it is your typical, really good meat that you get at the that you'll be served at a restaurant, a nice restaurant, or that you'll find at your supermarket. Okay, I would suggest not going with select because it doesn't have much marbling, much fat in it, and it can come out all right. It'll come out fine, but it's not quite as good as a meat. So anyway, I did cut the bones off. Right, I cut the ribs off of it. It was a semi-boneless, what they call it. The ribs were short, so I did cut them off, and I'm going to cook those some other way. But I left all the fat on the top. All right, so on the flap here, it's all that fat's on there. I don't want to take any off. All you're going to need is you're going to need this to get up to room temperature, as I have let this set out, and I let it set out for about 2 hours. It's a good sized piece of meat, and you want it when you get these. You want these as thick as possible. You don't want the ones that are a bit thinner. Look for the thickest cut this way. All right, that's what you'll want. And the thicker that is, the more you're going to want to let it set out to get up to room temperature. But always remember, get your meat up to room temperature before cooking it, and that way you will have a very even roast. Okay, or any type of meat that you're doing, you want to let it get up to room temperature. All you're going to need for this one is some garlic salt. And if you wish, some black pepper. And I'm not going with the hard, coarse ground black pepper. I'm going with the fine ground black pepper. All right. So that's all you're going to need to prep this, other than letting it get up to room temperature. So you're going to liberally, not like the liberals, but you're not going to beat it and throw a rock through it. Store window or something like that. You're just gonna put this garlic salt all over it. All right, plenty. Don't worry about, oh, it's gonna be too salty. No. Nope. You cook it this way, right? And make sure that garlic salt is, and you can use onion salt, by the way. Doesn't have to be garlic salt. You can use onion salt, and it's gonna come out very well. All right. Now, if you're buying ribeye, you're going to want to ask a roast, for a certain amount of size cut. You're going to want it off of the small end. You're going to get more of the tenderloin flap. That's this part. This part here is tenderloin. So you're going to want to get as much of that as possible. So just get all that salt right on there, that garlic salt or onion salt if you so chose. And I'm not going hardcore with the black pepper. Well, I'm not going that light either, but it's gonna cook in there nicely. And you want to make sure you get the ends, just like you did with the garlic salt. Because I don't know, I always give the ladies the end cut. They like that the most. Now this is gonna cook so slow that when you cut off of this, right, when you're serving this and you cut off at the end, you can cut like an eighth of an inch off of there, and it's going to be medium rare all the way through. All right, so I'm looking for a core temperature of around 140 to 145. So I'm cooking in a gas stove, right? So it's a little tricky with the temperature, but I'm setting it at 180 degrees. I might have to bump it up to 185 because it might not be truly, it's keeping it 180. And I'm doing this several hours ahead of time. So roast this size, I'm expecting this to cook about 5.5, 6 hours at a very slow temperature. And do not tie it. If you tie it, you're going to regret it in the end because more juices will come out of it. What you want to see in the bottom of your pan when you're done is maybe 1 or 2 drips, if any. And I'm not kidding. All that fat is going to stay inside of the roast, and you're going to love it. It's just all the flavor. You cook that out, or you trim that fat off, and forget it. You lose all that potential yumminess. So you're going to want to get yourself a pan, something to raise it off of. This one happens to have a grill that sits on top of it. You can use whatever. Get creative. And if it has to sit flat on the pan, so what? Let it sit flat on the pan. It's not going to ruin it. All right. And you're going to want to center that in the pan, like so. And then you're going to want to center that in the oven. Now I'm putting the big part facing the rear of the oven. All right. So I'm just going to put this in now. My stove is up to temperature. My oven's up to temperature. I'm putting it on the second from the bottom rack. All right, and it's going to cook so slow. I'm going to be able to prep the house up and set the table and dress up a little bit for dinner for when my guests come over. All right, so I love you all. Like and subscribe, and you're going to see me cut to where I pull this out because it's really that simple. Make sure you center it. That way it's going to cook nice and even. Alrighty, folks. God bless us all. See you soon. Welcome back to Woja Mojo. And here we are. We have the roast in the oven. And now I am about to take it out. But look at how that is. It's a 145 degrees center. So, as I said, see how there's no drips in the bottom of the pan there? I can touch this pan because I slow cooked it. See how there's hardly anything in the bottom of that pan? Just a couple of drips, and that's only because I stabbed it with the meat thermometer. All right, I'm gonna bring this over to the table, but you won't see me carry it over to the table. You'll just see it on the table, and I'll carve into it. All right, let's see how this is gonna work, folks. Whoa, I didn't give myself enough room. But welcome to Casa Woja Mojo. And I will do as I said. I will cut a very thin slice off the end. You want to try a little bit?
Sure.
I'll go for a little slice off.
It's okay. Small, very small.
I'll go off this side. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how thin I'm cutting this, and just to show you that it's the same all the way through. It's medium rare all the way through because I cooked it so slow. So if that's something that you'd like to see, here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
Salt and pepper's down there if you think you need any there. You want an end cut? Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Yes.
No. I can give her as much as I want because I get to eat it, what she doesn't eat. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful cut of meat. You'll have to zoom in on your big TV thingamajiggy, Ronnie. I'm gonna guess.
That's good. Yes.
Yeah. And since we have a neighbor about to show up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Ronnie, why don't you get that plate down here for me?
Man.
Oh, it's going to be tricky. How strong is your forearm?
Goodness.
Jesus,
that
it's
good?
got some weight
What
to
is
it.
that, 16 ounces?
That's how we do it here. And I will, I'll just take a little cut so that Bobby gets a piece too. His will only be 1.5 inches, you know, a 2-pounder, and I'll only eat 2 pounds. But I'll have to set up another place for him in a second, and that's okay. All right. Again, all the way through, same exact, all the way through, medium rare. All right. So if that's what your general populace likes, great. If you want to cook it a little bit more for somebody, a little more medium well or medium rather, just cook it at a higher temperature. I cooked this at 185 degrees. All right. And that's basically it. It did take about 6 hours, so almost an hour a pound. Okay, so that's what it came out to. All right, hey, I love you. Merry Christmas from Casa Woja Mojo, and God bless you all, and peace be with you. And hey, remember what the reason for the season. Bye bye. Just revisiting because I want an honest opinion. What do you think?
I think the steak is amazing. It's tender and delicious.
And how's the Woja Mojo shrimp scampi
The
thing?
shrimp scampi is delicious. The texture of the shrimp, the taste of the sauce, is good. The consistency is very, very good.
All right. And how do you like the artichoke dip? Is not artichoke, asparagus, creamed asparagus. Is that?
She's gonna have to.
That's a
answer that
creamed
one.
asparagus?
Yes.
It was really good.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I don't have a description, but I can say it's really good.
Oh, very, very good. So there we go. You like?
I like.
Ah, 非常好。
非常好
All right.
Very good.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.